Our team started back, of course, talking about some more Crisis Core Reunion, and yesterday, of course, we got the launch trailer for the game. I assume at this point, the final trailer for the game. If we get more trailers, it's kind of ridiculous. And kind of unsurprisingly, because typical for Square Enix, there was quite a bit of spoilers in this, because they actually put a lot of emphasis on the ending of Crisis Core. For one, the song that plays throughout the trailer is actually the song that plays at the very ending of the game. And speaking of the ending, they actually straight up show that shit. Now, they don't directly show you Zack dying or dead or whatever the case, but you do see the blood on Cloud's face, you do see the blood on the ground, the bus sword on the ground, and Cloud on the cliff overlooking Midgar, etc., etc. So that more or less like outright confirms that the ending's going to be the same, which we've been talking about for quite a while, since the game got revealed at the 25th anniversary. And I've never subscribed to the idea that they would change the ending because it just never made sense to me. Now, this, of course, does not write off the possibility there being new shit when it comes to Crisis Core Reunion, the, secret ending or true ending or something like that, or the ever talked about post-credit scene. Like, those things are all still very much possible. But the way they, laid out this trailer, it's almost like it was to show everybody, like, hey, the ending's still the same, because it's obviously a popular topic when it comes to this game. And they've been saying for so long now that no aspects of the game are going to be changed, the story's going to be the same. So it's almost like this was a trailer to try to, shut everybody up about talking about that. That being said, though, we're going to get into a bit of tinfoil hat territory here, just for fun. Them showing so much from the ending is a little bit weird, almost like it's to throw us off the trail. Like, guys, of course the ending's the same. Like, there's nothing new. We've been saying this forever in interviews. And it's like, because I know they spoil shit a lot in their trailers. This is very typical for Square Enix. But they show an excessive amount from the ending. Like, to the point that it's like, if you're a brand new player, you already know what's going to happen. You can, if you never played anything but maybe Remake, you can piece together that Zack's going to fucking die in this trailer. And it's a little weird. So, I don't know. This next thing, I suppose, is worth mentioning, just because I've seen several people point it out or talk about it. I would not have noticed this if not for these people pointing it out, but they seem to have altered, not even seem to, they definitely altered Tifa's character model from Crisis Core. So in Remake, Cloud has a couple flashbacks of Tifa during the Nibelheim incident, where she's in her cowboy outfits. And just to get right to the point, you can see her cleavage, you can see her boobs, right? And then in Crisis Core, when you look at this trailer, we finally got our first look at Cowboy Tifa, and she has like a black undershirt, which is honestly perfectly fine, because some people seem to not understand this or whatever, that Tifa's like 15 years old during the Nibelheim incident. Like, I'm perfectly fine with them having some discretion with their character model, but then you have to go to the remake version of this like outfit for Tifa and ask, why the fuck is there cleavage? It's a goddamn 15-year-old girl, so why did they do this? It's kind of odd, and it's inconsistent when you look at Crisis Core Reunion versus Remake when they're supposed to be connected. Maybe there's a point to it, as some people joking about, like, maybe that's how Cloud remembers Tifa, her fucking boobs or whatever the case. I don't know. Either way, it's a weird topic, but again, a lot of people were pointing this out. Multiple comments on my videos. Like I said, to talk about it. Some of the things we're talking about when it comes to Crisis Core Reunion is that we actually have the file sizes for this game on PlayStation, PS4, PS5, and what's interesting is that the PS5 version, the next gen, the current gen, whatever you want to say, is damn near half the size of the game on PS4. So here we have the ever-reliable PlayStation game size, and the PS4 version of Crisis Core Reunion is just about like 40.5 gigs, and the PS5 version is just under 21 gigabytes, so it's pretty interesting. So if you're going next gen, you actually have a smaller download, which is pretty cool. But also, this tweet offers a preload date, which I've not seen anywhere else. I'm not exactly sure where they're getting it from, but apparently it's on December 11th. So you have a couple days before the game drops to install it if you're going digital. And the last thing that's definitely worth mentioning is that this game is already out there. There's plenty of big creators out there that are streaming Crisis Core Reunion today. I think they can only do the first chapter. At least that's what all of their titles are on Twitch and YouTube and shit. I'm not sure if they're going to be allowed to stream more of the game as the days go on leading up to release, right? We're just under 2 weeks from the game coming out. But it seems pretty weird, right? I can't recall that happening. I understand early review copies and things like that, but that's usually, you can put out a review maybe a day or two beforehand. Sometimes these days it's usually the day of, you gotta drop your review. But the fact that people are able to stream this game almost 2 weeks before it comes out, it's kind of strange, man. And it's also not like they just have an early version of the game, essentially a demo, maybe they only have access to chapter 1 or something like that. They actually have access to the full game of Crisis Core Reunion. And the only reason I know this is because I actually skimmed through Blitz's stream he did earlier, and at one point he has his save screen, and you can see right here that he's finished the game already. He's already beaten chapter 10, he's already cleared the game, and that was days ago. He had the game cleared on November 26th, so he's had access to this game for a week or so, it seems like, unless he just binged it whenever he got it. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. So this is definitely, whatever this game offers is going to be spoiled. Maybe not from these content creators or whatever the case, but somebody out there who has access to the game is going to spoil it for everybody. So whether there is or isn't new shit, we're going to know probably in the coming days. And to be clear, my problem isn't with any of the content creators, because I would accept an early copy. Everybody out there would, right? If Square Enix offered any of us an early copy, we'd all be playing it and shit too. My problem is with Square Enix, because why are people getting access to this game so motherfucking early and able to actually stream it and talk about it and shit? It's just, I don't know, man. Just a little weird. It's different situation, but somewhat reminds me of the early days of Remake, whenever people were getting the game very, very early because of COVID and shit. People were getting the game sent out to them. They're getting it weeks early, and obviously everything for Remake was spoiled before it ever came out, which was super frustrating. So it kind of sucks that it's going to be hard to avoid spoilers in the next 2 weeks or so if we want to go into this game as fresh as possible. and discover what the game offers for ourselves. And I say ourselves as like a whole for like kind of everybody. For me personally, spoilers don't necessarily bother me, but I know they do bother a lot of other people. I can be spoiled for a movie or a video game and still play it or watch it and enjoy it. And that said, if there are some spoilers coming from this game, anything major that needs to be talked about, we probably got to talk about it just for the sake of the channel. But we'll definitely avoid spoilers in like the thumbnail and in the title, and we'll give a spoiler warning early in the video before we even do anything, if there's anything to talk about from this game. As of right now, I just don't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't know what all's out there other than Chapter 1. So, and look, maybe people having such early access to this game and able to stream it weeks ahead of time might be kind of roundabout confirmation that there is in fact nothing new. So it's not really a spoiler given that it's like a 15-year-old game, right? In theory, everything that Crisis Core Reunion is going to show you, you could already watch on YouTube because it's been there for fucking ever. And look, if there's nothing new to this game, that's perfectly fine. I've said it before in the past, right? If the ending's not changed, then it still connects with the remake. And if they change absolutely nothing, add absolutely nothing, it's still the fucking modern port and shit we've wanted for this game for a long, long time. So I'm here for Crisis Core itself. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want something new as well from this game. And it's to be expected somewhat just because of what they've been doing with the like FF7 shit since Remake dropped, right? The ending of Remake was a cliffhanger of an ending. Is Zack alive? Is he dead? We get episode intermission, which gives us an update on our main characters, but also Zack. And then we get the Rebirth trailer, which shows us Zack again. And it's like, that's kind of why it's expected by people that there would be something in this game. And I would love for that to be the case, but who knows? I've said my piece on this. That'll be the video, my dudes. Subscribe to see if you guys are new. Social networks in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, @davidYT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Logain, or leave it like Cobain.